Anyone at Davidson?
We are about 15 minutes early.
Yeah, there's Amanda. Hey, Amanda. Are you muted? Hello, we can't hear you. Are you muted?
It does.
Okay, now you can hear me.
Oh, we can hear you. Great.
Dale, do I need to get laptops out for the students, or are we fine?
If they want to have them, that's fine. I was just going to pull up Moodle and show the syllabus through Moodle, but they want to pull them up, that's fine. If they want to pull up on there and look at it there rather than over the.
Oh, they can just look at it over the TV then. That'll be fine.
Anyway.
Make sure you show them the bridge. See the bridge? Under my courses.
Oh, sure. Where's that?
But they've never been in the middle before, which most of them probably have. Yeah. The bridge is that the course that we built that shows how to navigate around Maple. Yeah, and all the accounts were created. No, I didn't. Or they're using their Davidson email, but they have a Moodle account on our server using Davidson.
Yeah. So you know that color, see, it's a half minute. Y'all here for calculus? You're all okay. I'll go step back, ordered on that time. Because we didn't want to. That guy, I guess I can take. Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine. Because it's only you caught up. Yes, there's a couple rows for please. All right.
Where's his class at?
His class is at Isothermal Community College. It's in Rutherfordton, which is. Are you on the other side of Asheville, Dale?
We're on the kind of
We're on this side of
yeah,
Asheville.
just your side of Asheville, southeast of Asheville.
So right before Asheville.
But people have lived in Charlotte and Asheville.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm nervous.
I think one is Charlotte. I haven't. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll just make sure I got the right one. Yeah, exactly.
I think I'll need it because I'm going to have to take calculus again when I get to college because I'm going into aerospace engineering, so I'll have a special type. But
Okay, I just now noticed that there was a camera there. I knew y'all knew
There was a time. So,
Yeah, you're definitely.
kind of figured it was really obsolete.
and just
Share it.
So, John. Okay, that's I understand also.
So did the fake guy and fake glasses? Or a fake girl? I'm looking at the guy. Okay, I'm looking at the screen. I can't see. I
See the green very well.
can't. Yeah, I'm having strange to see the green. And I really
Amanda, can y'all make out the different colors on there?
Yeah. Can you see that, Sammy?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of light though, is it or not?
I can see it. Black and purple look almost the same though.
And those look pretty close to the same on here on our screen. So the more you zoom in, you can make out. The red stand out there. That's the black.
Probably be perfect for the top of the screen.
Yeah, I forget not everyone's best like the top. When I first started teaching, you had to call Chris came us. I went into my networking lab and I went in there. He had this huge bookcase jutting out from the board. And if I would hold the pencil, hold the marker at the very tip, I could write on the board this way. And I said, "Dude,
What's wrong with it? It's not even.
That's kind of like. There's like board marks. I know that.
Yeah, I know. It's like crazy.
I really want to see how far. That's like,
yeah." Most of the nursing instructors are about my height.
that's why I keep saying.
It's okay. I mean, you're gonna get it at this afternoon. Remember?
Am I?
It's just, wait, we were talking.
Yeah. Just a screenshot of it.
Yeah, I will as soon as I get back to my office. I've printed off the things that
I closed my eyes side, right, at home. I replaced it with you.
Bless you.
I'm missing all the iPads.
Everything about those.
That'll be done.
We can see them, so if we do, how do I go to it?
Can you see our student now? Can you see us?
I can see you, but I can't. I can see the left arm of your student. Yes. Wait. There you go.
Okay. Let me see if I can fix that. Let's see, zoom far. Is that any better?
Well, it didn't change anything.
Oh. I can't really see what I'm doing, so I don't know. Because even my confidence monitor, oh, there it is. My confidence monitor has everything in the screen, so I don't know. Let's see. Layout. Sammy, why don't you scoot over one? I'll sit here on the screen.
I got you. Yeah.
Can you see everybody now? If I
yes,
just don't have...
Students?
I see 5.
Yeah, well, 6. There's one in the back.
There's one back, we've got one middle, we got 3 on the front.
Okay, we can only see 5. I can't count. I went to
It's
start
not
this out.
bad.
I count.
Oh, there is 5. Yeah.
You know,
6 counts.
You probably won't leave that door. That's really fine.
Oh, you're good. So the only seat you can't see is that one in the corner, and that's good. I'll just sit there. Dale, do you want me to go ahead and give out these Moodle access codes?
yes.
I think I got a book. It's just. That would be good. Now I just want to.
Two-thirds of it was start, but it wasn't that strong in terms of gas, I couldn't finish it.
Do you guys ready for college today?
I'll skip it at 2 o'clock. We ever went to the mill?
We're not. Do we still use our laser room for this?
Probably
My favorite thing I could go. Oh, where is it?
Spindale.
This paper has a password on it, but it doesn't have a username.
Your username is the first of your email.
And to change your password, go under preferences under your name. Change
So
password.
it's the same thing as our David's one.
Jim, I got an email that there's a third date. So I'll send you an email. Change. Day. Sorry. It was a message. Anybody over the age of 30?
Oh, here's how we zoom out.
Because it would probably also be late, just like
That's a too much.
In our classroom. Full-time classroom.
Thank you for the ad. Yeah, it's nice.
The one last night, listening to Frank Ocean's Blonde
Very-
Read.
very happy, cool.
Mine's been canceled.
I took a nap from like 7 to 10. And then like,
Now, you're not getting that. I'm leaving like a.
Frankie, that's
If I'm gonna put myself in as a teacher, okay?
Where is he?
Oh, I'm a nerd.
not chill burner.
I was under the impression he had like a teal binder, like a light blue.
I don't have any binders.
Emily said you bought one, because I found 2 memes that were actually about those binders, and now there's like 5 or 6 people all with the same binders, and it's funny because I found memes about it.
It's funny to talk about this sometime.
Ready for this?
No, you.
I was trying to explain to my grandson what the eclipse was. And he's like, "Happy glasses." And I'm like, "That's is not having eclipse." You know what? Yeah, I'm not lying. I remember it.
Made it, Kyle.
I decided to grace you with my presence.
It's been a while.
Good job getting up so early.
Oh, it was a struggle.
Hey, Jim.
Emily.
Who knows?
They're both in the car. This one back to your room. They just got here.
Is this a microphone?
Hey, that's the microphone, we can hear you.
That's great. They can't see us, can they?
Yes.
He's gonna be my teacher forever, right?
Right?
I should probably know his name if he's gonna be my teacher.
I'm sure he will introduce himself.
Alright.
I mean, Mr. Man.
It's not a safe.
Oh, I didn't bring my calculator.
For my grade?
Wow, already off to a good start.
I don't know mine either.
And I made sure I rented it early too. Calculator.
I'm curious.
No.
Found it.
I'm not charging cables from Amazon because I couldn't find mine. And they don't sell them anywhere locally.
You want to make
but I
bets
could
on what
tell.
time it went?
Oh,
Your calculator or your computer?
I don't know.
I had one you could borrow.
If I want at home or for the tests.
That makes sense.
If I'm supposed to
Well, I
understand
actually
anything
went to
he's
the
saying,
normal
I don't.
class and I was like, no one's here. Yeah.
So it's
Carson wins.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Davidson County, welcome.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hey, is everyone, man, is everyone there now, or?
We are missing 3 people, and one of them has emailed and said she's going to your area to watch the eclipse.
What's so hot?
She should have just came to your actual class.
Should have been exactly. This isn't another server level.
Still
So, should we go ahead and begin, or wait, or wait a minute? I guess we'll go ahead and start. So my name is Dale Gaddis. Can y'all hear me over there at Davidson?
Yes.
We're good.
Okay. And for everyone here, I see we're doing a two-way video conference with Davidson County Community College. Their campus is located in Knoxville, correct?
Yep.
And so welcome to Davidson County, and welcome ICC. We're here for Calculus 1. Everyone knows what calculus is about? Especially
Not you.
calculus. Any idea? Anybody know who invented calculus? You know that?
He said, anybody know what calculus is about?
Oh, math. Making us
About math. Okay, yeah, it's about math.
Did he say it's not math?
Well, it is math. You're right. It is math. The word calculus has as a root calc, which is like calcify, like limestone. So it's actually literally like the pebbles they had on an abacus back in the day, or calculus. That's the word calculus. You might know who invented calculus? Yes, Sir Isaac Newton. Along with, he was supposedly first, who was second, but also about the same time. That's a German guy. We'll get back to that. Let's just check roll real quick. I think we're ready for that. So I think what we want to do is get to know everyone. So I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself and maybe just tell us a little quick thing about you. Like, okay, so my name is Dale Gaddis. I'm a math teacher for 22 years here at Isothermal. Before that, I was an engineer at Duracell Batteries for several years. So this is a second career. Okay, so we'll start. Since we only have a few students here, we'll start here and let you introduce. I can take roll as you introduce and yourself. And our students, if you would, I'll only have one camera. So when you introduce yourself to the Davidson County folks. I'm kind of loud.
My name's Courtney. I'm a recent graduate of Davidson Prairie. I have a bachelor's in biology and I'm just trying to get engaged.
Fantastic.
My name is Jacob, and this is my second year here at ICC. I'm trying to become a mechanical engineer. My name is Justin, and I'm going to be a civil engineer to my third year here. We finished up. My name is Joe. It's actually going to be my last semester here. I'm going to transfer to that.
Fantastic. What are you going to study?
Computer science.
Computer science. We have one more, Madison Weiss, and she emailed me, said she's going to be out of town we're not quite in 100% totality. We're at 99.1%, something like that here. And so she's going to a little further south to get totality. Okay, so we're going to go to Davidson now. I don't know, let's start on the back row. Can you zoom into them so we can see your face a little bit?
So Sydney, just push that microphone button and it'll zoom in like in your area.
Oh god.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Not, it won't be like on your face, but it'll be in your area.
whoa.
Up your nose.
Oh, it shows you.
Oh, wait, push the button again.
It's like the opposite.
Oh, you have to stay.
Again.
So you say
Just one time and give it a few seconds and then it'll.
Push
So,
it, let go.
one time only. Don't hit it 3 or 2.
I think you need to hold
I think you have to hold it.
No, you hit it once, it takes a few seconds.
Okay, that's good. Now introduce yourself.
I'm Sydney and I'm a junior at the early college.
Sydney.
So now just hit it again.
Okay, press the button.
Next to Sydney's right.
I don't know.
One time only. One time only.
One time. What is it?
Okay. Okay, hello, my name is Reza Roches, and I'm a senior at the early college.
Well, don't worry.
Second.
How do you say that again? Rachel?
Rezo, yes.
Thank you.
So you guys, your microphone will zoom in on both of you.
You're not special enough for your own.
My name's Brittany and I'm a senior at the early college.
What's the name again? I'm sorry. Wait,
Brittany.
Brittany. Brittany. Okay, I got you.
And my name's Elise Robertson, and I'm a senior at the early college as well.
So Elise's first name is Sarah, so you'll see her as Sarah Robertson.
Is my name as a Luke on the roster? Or did they change your names already?
Hey, wait. And who was the second one there?
Sarah Roberts.
Sarah Roberts.
But she goes by Elise.
That goes by Elise. Okay. Thank you. Got it.
All right, Kyle.
My name's Kyle. I'm in my last year at DCCC. Oh, it's not on me anymore.
it's because you pressed it twice. Oh my goodness.
What?
Press it once and only once.
I only pressed it once, Carson.
Press it twice. That's all you.
Little light will come on, right? There's like a little light.
Oh, did I press the right button?
Light changes from red to green.
Well, I'm colorblind. I can't tell that clearly. My name's Kyle. I'm in my last year at DCCC. So yeah.
Kyle, okay, Kyle. Do it again, Kyle.
Say that again.
Push it again.
Button again so it sends back out. Oh, one time only, Kyle.
Ah. There we go.
It's kind of creepy when the camera moves.
Wait, is that the level right now?
Okay, just wait.
Yeah, it was really easy when I was doing it. Is it on?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. My name's Dylan, and I'm another junior at the early college.
He's a junior.
Dylan, I got you, okay?
My turn. My name's Joshua Woods, and I'm a junior at the early college.
Guess inside
That's
Josh.
right. We got someone new in their class now? Good. Kyle, Dylan?
All right, Sammy, why don't you go? Did you get Josh?
Okay, the last one came in, she's just barely in the screen almost. Go ahead and let her. We'll start on the left side, our right side of your table now, so that new one can have time to walk along.
Do I need to zoom
I can take that, right, sure. You go first.
Can you see? Can you?
Do it. Let Sammy do it.
See your shirt, I can see her.
Just talk.
Okay. I'm Samantha Boger. I go by Sammy, and I'm a senior at the early college.
Thank you, Santa. Yes.
Do we get to zoom in now?
I'll see it, though.
I don't know if I'll press it. Oh, yes.
Oh, now it's your shirt.
Hey, I'm Carson. I'm a senior.
Person.
Hello, I'm Mason Stanley. I'll be Sean on the roster, and I'm also a senior at the early college.
Sean Mason. Okay. Good. Yeah. Two more now? Cool.
My name's Brianna Reed. I'm a senior at the early college, and I go by Bree.
Go by 3, okay. And 3. What's the last one that's got in?
I'm Emily Chambers, and I'm a senior at the early college.
Great. So, Chloe or Chloe, is that how you say it, Amanda?
Correct.
Chloe or Chloe?
Chloe.
That's when you said it's going to be out. Fantastic. Well, welcome, everyone. So you have about half and half seniors and juniors there. Is that what I got out of there? Give or take?
I think there's 4 juniors, and the rest are seniors.
And then there's me.
And then there's
And then Kyle is a regular student.
That's embarrassing.
You're a regular student.
Well, that's a good thing, Kyle.
Yeah. We'll go with that. Just living the dream.
I have a second section of calculus, and it's mostly early college with a couple of later students. This section runs more. And so, next up, we'll switch to the. Have y'all logged into the Moodle class yet? Have y'all here logged in?
They just received their passwords today.
Okay. Well, that's fine. So, I'm gonna try to quickly take you through this. I've already logged in, but so maybe I should log out. I don't know how to do it. Go to the Isothermal homepage. Find, if you look down a little bit, find a little link. It won't let me unless I log out. Anyways, once you connect to that, it'll take you through how to log in, give you your directions on username and password, but you have that now. So once you log in, you look for so once you get logged in, first thing I want to show you is Student Bridge Master.
No, Student Bridge.
Oh, what you said?
Yeah, I know this.
Oh, this is called Student Bridge.
Yeah, it's Student.
Okay, Student Bridge. Okay. This takes you through how to use Moodle, special information. Introduction to Moodle, all kind of nice lessons on using Moodle if you've never used Moodle before. I hope your room is cool over there. Our room is hot down here. Do y'all get everything over there? You send
It's
some
pretty
over
cool
there?
over here.
Bless you.
I can't.
This is the Student Bridge course. All kind of good information here for you. So go there first, especially if you've never used Moodle, to get an introduction and get some lessons on how to use it. Once you've done that, in your courses you should find a calculus course. so there's our calculus course. I'm going to go to the syllabus, so we can talk about that briefly for a few minutes. I didn't print you a copy. It's right here online, so you can get it anytime. So there's my contact information, email and phone number for Davidson County, especially. You won't be able to walk down the hall and come into my office. You guys can step in my office right down the hall if you want, or email as well. Then we have contact and office hours. We'll just email it. More about that so much. The course description, that's the standard course description for calculus, the state going plan. Just to highlight, differential and integral, those are basically the two types of calculus we'll cover in this course. And then there's multivariate calculus if you're going on to engineering, you need to calculate these. So that's where you get into what's called multivariate calculus. That in this course, so don't worry about that. We'll start it by developing limits and continuity ideas, and then we'll get back into the whole business of derivatives and integrals. The book you need is, how many have a book yet? Anybody has a book? Anybody have what this book looks like?
Wait, I just said for you, please.
Oh, I see.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Oh, I was going to walk out and sit on this.
So Dale, we have 3 students. The book was back ordered, and so we
Okay.
have 3 students that don't have the book. But I can make copies and do whatever I need to do to get them on track.
We have. Okay, so that's the book. Make sure you get calculus book. That's going to be our guide and our homework is all of that. Let's see. The traditional course, we have occasional activities that involve groups and working on labs. The primary grades will come from tests and a final exam. We'll have more on that in a moment. Deadline to withdraw from the class is November 17th. An assignment if class gets canceled or something else comes up. If class gets canceled because of weather, if we know ahead of time, or if I'm going to be out for some reason, I will post an alternate assignment in Moodle, and you should check that and do whatever that assignment is. This statement of an alternate assignment up here is just a kind of an in case the internet's down, the electricity's down, or that's something up there that you can do. Just check Moodle. That's what you will alternate assignment. I have to put this on here to keep the auditors happy.
Amanda, this is Joe. We're having a serious lag time problem with our mouse on our iPad. So the cameras are not responding as quickly as we'd like. So just FYI, we're not making Dale disappear on purpose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
By the time we get the camera positioned to him, the camera's not as quick. It's not as quick as it has been. Okay.
Okay.
So
So I need to
if you just leave it right there, we can pretty much see everything.
okay, good. They can see
I'll try not to
halfway to the
stay.
desk. Okay.
I can't go past.
Yep, that's your spot.
Take marks on the
I'm gonna bring my leash that I put on my grandchildren.
Okay, so here's our course overview. Okay, anyways, so there's our course overview. We have the material has been broken up into 9 blocks. We'll have a test after each block of material. More details on that. Let me just take a moment back to Moodle here. So in Moodle, there's a schedule of classes as well. And that shows you day by day how we're doing, when the tests are scheduled. Mark 1 test right there, Mark 2 test. So, okay. Any questions on anything so far? please, like, when I get going, I sometimes really get going fast. So if you want to slow me down, your best bet is, hey, I got a question. That'll bring me back to reality. Any questions, anybody? Where was I? I was on the syllabus, right? Okay, so here's just some comments about being successful in class. Just real quickly, again, communication is vital. If you don't ask questions, I don't know what you're thinking. I mean, you like sit there with a funny look on your face, what you're trying to say to me, I don't understand. Maybe it's like, you know, so you got to ask questions. Please ask questions. Otherwise, I don't have any idea what's going on in your head. I can't read your mind. Act like a professional. You're in college to become a professional. So start now, act like a professional. Got to attend and participate. Be in class, be on time, be prepared. We've got all kind of resources, supplemental instruction, which I guess isn't going to be really helpful to y'all. Amanda, you said you're going to kind of work as a supplemental instruction to your students. Is that right?
Correct. Yep.
Good. Practice. Do lots of practice. And evidence indicates that daily practice, working on your math or whatever you're working on, doing it on a regular basis and reviewing regularly rather than waiting to the last minute. Oh, I got a block test. I need to cram for 14 hours tonight. That's not very effective. So your best bet is to do a little bit each night and review. So do tonight's homework and do a couple problems from last night's homework so that you stay fresh on what it is we'll cover. Think and reflect is important. We want you to generate an understanding of the big picture of calculus as much as being able to do specific skills. So understanding and skills are kind of side by side. We want both. There's all the student learning outcomes. I'm not going to read all those to you. Here's our procedural statements. Traditional lecture style course. Generally speaking, technology, if we want to use it, look something up related to what's going on in class, that's great. Otherwise, I mean, sitting there texting or posting on Facebook and stuff means you're not paying attention, you're not getting anything out of it. So don't do that. That's not appropriate. Attendance is required. It's necessary too. I've never had a student in my 22 years who has been able to skip more than maybe a day and do well in class. I mean, I've had people think they can. They'll skip 2 or 3 weeks worth of days, and they don't pass the class. So maybe you're the one this time that can start skipping days and still make an A, but I'm going to bet no. I don't do late work. If you miss the due date, it's over. That's it. So you got to get in on time. If you're going to be out ahead, and you know ahead of time, like the young lady who emailed me, or you have one there today, you know ahead of time, I'm going to be out. I got to go see this eclipse. I got to go, whatever it is. If you come and contact me, I'll work out with you how the demand's at, so you don't get penalized, right? But otherwise, grades. How are grades calculated? 20% for the final exam and 80% for everything else. And how does that work? So the final exam is a multiple choice, I like to call it multiple guess, test with bubble sheet, the whole thing, standardized test. The 80% is tests, labs, other homework activities, things like that. And how is that calculated as 80%? Well, that's just total points. So you might have a lab that's worth 50 points, you might have a quiz that's worth 20 points, you might have a test that's worth 120 points. So of those, which one's affecting your grade the most? The one with the most points affects your grades the most. So it's just total points, and not everything has the same number of points. So bigger point value items, bigger impact to your grades, smaller point value items, smaller impact to your grades. Okay, grading, letter grade, 93 it takes to make an A, 85 to make a B, 70 gets a C, 60 gets a D.
80.
With that, well, feedback. Generally, I try to get any kind of regular assignments graded by the next class meeting. But because of the distance we got to deal with here, that may be difficult. So as we kind of work out the processes, kind of bear with me a little bit as we figure out that how much time it's going to take to get things graded and back. So we got to get it. Bear with me a little bit on that. I made a note here about homework. Generally, homework assignments, I only check them as completed because most of the time you're doing odd homework assignments and the answers in the back of the book. So you should check your own answer, make sure you're doing it right. So I'm just checking, did you actually put the time in to do the homework in practice? Occasionally, I'll give you some homework that will be graded for correctness as well. And then I'll let you know ahead of time. Oh, this one's going to be graded for correctness. You need to actually do it right, not just. But you think while you're doing it, you want to do it right. Because, I mean, the whole point is to prepare for the test. Since that's your major part of your grade or the test. Kids are practicing and preparing for your test. The grades we posted in Moodle, let's go back to Moodle real quick. So there is here grade to date. This is where I will post your grade of everything except the final exam. So as points start to accumulate from quizzes and tests and stuff, you'll have some kind of a percentage grade there for those points. I'll post that and move. And then the final exam, once we take that, I'll post it in a separate item. Going past here, any question on that? This is cool. Academic integrity statement. Don't cheat. Questions. ADA statement. If you have a documented disability, it's your responsibility to contact the accessibility support counselor. There's a phone number given to discuss classroom accommodations. And I've been asked to let you know, on top of that, that high school accommodations do not accompany you to Isothermal College. So if you have some kind of accommodation in high school, then you need to contact Isothermal counselor in order to set up an accommodation.
And we can also accommodate a counselor request from the agency.
So if they have a counselor,
Yeah,
they
they have a Frida there too. So
so they can communicate.
yes, we just send it to you.
Main thing is, I can't make a decision to give some kind of accommodation. That's outside my purview. So you have to go through their counselor. Campus safety statement. There's information here that you can find. I don't think there are really safety issues on this campus. I don't know about y'all. Do y'all have safety issues on your campus?
No.
Campus sheriff here got beat up one time. I should tell about that. He tried to take down some guy who supposedly had a gun or something, got beat up himself.
Didn't take the guy down.
But he did take a guy to it. Yeah. Got bruised and sore. His ego was more bruised than
But it wasn't a student. It was,
oh, it was that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't a student. Okay, that's it for the syllabus. So once more, questions? How things go, how things operate, grades. I guess we're ready to rock and roll. So today's a big day, right? Why is it a big day? The eclipse, huh? Okay, so before we start on any kind of topics, I think one other thing here, what time is it?
Dale, are you going to show them about that question in Moodle that they have to do?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, they can do that question too. Thank you, man. Now, that's a good question. You phrased it like a question. She didn't say, "You idiot, you forgot." She said, "Are we going to?" That was very polite. Okay, thank you. Yes. So I've covered the syllabus. I've covered the schedule of classes. So there's this mandatory course enrollment activity. Pretty easy. It's a quiz. It has one question, and you're allowed 10 minutes to do it.
That's a true false question.
And it's a true false question. I think the question, I remember, is I intended to enroll in this course. So do that. That's just so we can say that you're enrolled in this course. Do that by, I think, it says August 29th. So you got, today is the 21st. So you got 8 days to get that done. I would do it today for me and forget about it, so I don't have to. And don't forget about it. Do it today and then don't forget.
If they not do it, they don't do it in class.
Right. If you don't do it, it says here, you can be removed from the class and recorded as a no-show. We don't want that to happen. So do this activity. Click on it. Send a quiz now. I don't want to do it because I don't want to change the public with my vote.
That's okay.
Sorry about that. Okay. What else in here? We've got a news forum. This is where I'll post announcements. And it will, when I post on the news forum, you, or Amanda can post, Ms. Cleaner can post, you'll get an email in your student email account. So you need to check your email, your student email on a regular basis. Not your Google or your whatever else you have email, but your student ICC student email account that you need to check. All of y'all got student ICC student emails?
No. The Davidson students are using your Davidson student email.
Oh,
Okay.
So check your Davidson.
Yeah, it's the same student email for Davidson that we put into it using it.
So as long as I post the move, don't get it to this.
Yeah, and if your address happen to have a typo in it, just I'm Joe. I'm the Moodle administrator. So just shoot me an email or let Dale or Ms. Klinger know, and we'll get it fixed.
They check their email. They need to check their email, make sure it was entered correctly.
Yes.
Okay, there's a discussion forum for the intended for you to use to post questions about what I put on there. It's open for chatting about anything you want, including gripes. But mainly intended as a means of posting and or answering questions about the course content. Work exercises you may be struggling to understand. Well, that's there for everyone to use, especially with this type of structure where I hope that the two locations will eventually merge a little bit in terms of communicating. We can communicate live here, but then at home, I can use the little discussion forum to ask questions. Because you have a lot of brain power in two different locations. Somebody else may be understanding a problem that you don't understand it, and you post and they can respond. I'll monitor that, Ms. Cleaner will monitor that in case there's any kind of incorrect answer. Otherwise, you can post anything you want. But if there's an incorrect answer, I'll try to clarify that. I think that's it. One more thing, we will post in this section right here. The recordings of today are being stored, and we'll post a link to each daily recording on Moodle. So if you happen to miss a day, you can go back and watch it. Or if there's just something like, I want to see that problem worked out again, you can watch it on, it'll be on YouTube, but we'll have a link to we'll have a link for each day. So each day will have its own link there, and you just go down and find the right day. Cool. And then each block has its own section. In block 1, I've already posted some assignments for you, so you can start working on those. Okay, one more time. Any other suggestions, questions or suggestions? Comments, concerns? Now let's just start calculus. I want to do calculus. I want calculus. Day one. Can't get a question. I can't get it. Later, you've got to have a question, don't you?
Sure, I have a question.
Yeah.
The students over here need to make sure, we did agree on following your calendar, right?
Yes. So they need to look at that. There was a day.
So there are a few days which don't match up to the Davidson calendar, so they need to be very aware of those particular days.
There's one day that I could find that really was a big, I think one day that was November the 7th, right here. November 7th. I put on there that we're working on block 7, and that y'all were out. But if y'all going to join us, like you said, that would be great. That's the one I see that definitely you were out. And there was one that we are out and you are not. I think you're going to just switch those days up as well. Is that correct?
Right, I think so.
There'll be a day there in Davidson County where you'll be the only ones on campus, and you'll be getting to do calculus, learning all about the great things about calculus. Your colleagues and friends will be all playing in meetings. But you'll be the lucky ones because you're learning. Any other questions?
Dale, do you want them to call you Dale or Mr. Gaddis?
Well, I don't really care a whole lot, but I think in class probably Mr. Gaddis is a little better. But I'll go with Dale either one.
Mr.
Dale or Mr. I've been called Mr. Man. I've been called, hey you. I've been called so. Anything else?
Is there a certain day where all the homework is due, or is it like?
That's a good question. Who asked that question?
Me.
Emily.
Emily, you'll have to give me your name so it'll take a while to learn your names. Emily, is there a certain day that is due, or is it all kind of due at one time? That's a good question. My thing is that as we cover content, we need to practice fairly quickly. So we do, just for completeness, or at least attempted, like the next class week. And then if there's an assignment that's going to be graded on correctness, and you actually have to make sure you're doing it correct and not just trying it, then that will also have a due date, but usually I'll say it's going to be due on this date. But otherwise, any assignments that are just like that I just showed you on Moodle, all of those assignments will just be due the next day, if that makes sense. So, my intent is that tonight you would do section 0.1 homework. But there's a lot of homework there, so I may tomorrow, and this is the first day, and we're not going to have a whole lot of time to discuss it. For section 0.1, I may give you a reprieve until noon, or actually check it for completeness, because some people don't even have a book yet. It's the first day of class, so we'll probably check on that for Wednesday, just to see if you've completed it. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Well, more detail than you wanted, but yes. Any other questions? That's a good question. There's always good questions. Okay. Well, one thing I want to do before I was going to talk about the eclipse just a little bit, but one thing I want to do is, I know most of you don't have a book, but I want to just mention about the book. So, we will be covering in this count one, basically chapter 0 through chapter 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And another thing I want to mention, that this book is different than many math books you probably have seen in the past. Here's how. You have a book and you open it and look at it, and maybe I'll kind of share. You can slide over here. The content is continuous without examples. So you turn to page 2 of your textbook. It starts off on section 0.1, and it has a lot of good content, including definitions. And let me pause there. Definitions are important to us. They're the foundation we build on, and you need to know them. So make sure you read the book, read the definitions, understand them, and be able to discuss them and know about them. Like I said, we're trying to build conceptual understanding as much as specific skill. So understanding what's going on is good. But this is different in that there are no examples until you get to the very end. So it's just got a lot of good knowledge here, all the way through, lots of information. And then finally on page 8, they start giving you a couple of examples. They don't have a whole ton of examples. They have just a few. So I don't know about there, but our pre-calculus book, usually the way it's done, we'll have maybe a paragraph or two of information, and then a couple of examples that tie directly to that. And then another couple of paragraphs and a couple of examples. That's not how this is. The whole section is just straightforward. Then examples. You have to now try to match those examples to the content. That's a little more difficult stuff. That takes some time and some focus. I'm trying to get you to think ahead. How are you going to attack this class? Calculus itself is not hard. There's really only two concepts in calculus. Let's learn those two concepts right now. Okay, so you need a piece of paper and a pencil. Divide the classes in half. So, let's see. If I have classes, you can left hand. Okay. And at Davidson, let's see. Divide about in half. I don't know her name. Right there in the front with the three-quarter length baseball shirt on. What's your name?
Carson? Carson?
Carson. Thank you, Carson. So Carson, from you to the right and then straight back, you're half of the room, and then to the left and straight back to the other half of the room. Okay, so you got two groups. So the left half of the room, what I want you to do, I want you to draw a graph. I want you to draw a graph of 5 up to 5 on the horizontal. So this will be up to 5 gallons. And on the vertical axis, I want you to draw dollars. And you're going to the gas station, you're buying 5 gallons of gas at a constant rate of change of $2 per gallon. We should draw a graph of that one. That's the left-hand part of the class. The right-hand part of the class, I want you to draw a graph that goes up to 5 gallons on the horizontal axis, and on the vertical axis, I want you to be doing dollars per gallon. Is your vertical axis. So draw a graph. You have two different graphs I want to draw. Y'all see that? Or maybe some or here.
Yeah, I think they could. I gotta leave the PC and go back to the.
Yeah, that's.
He said gas is $2 per gallon.
Yeah, I always said that. I said it and I didn't write it. Okay, so it's gas sold at $2 per. Hey, do I have any graphs yet? Joe, looks like you got a graph. Let's look at yours real quick. Okay. How about it, Davidson? Anybody from the left-hand group, which is the first graph I put up here? Anybody got a graph on it? Can you zoom in and show me your graph real quick?
Anybody?
Hey, you're free. This isn't a test. You can talk. You can, phone a friend. You can poll the audience, that kind of stuff. You know. But how about right hand? John did that.
We got graphs.
Push your button. Show him.
Push your button.
All right, they're going to show you a graph, Dale.
Let me see a graph.
We need to be able to see ourselves. So what happened? The camera moved towards us, but we can't see ourselves. Is it right?
Okay. Wait, see your paper yet? Oh, yeah, that's right. That looks right. Did you connect the dots? Or, yeah, you connected them. Okay, good. So let me ask a question. Why did you connect them and not just leave them as individual dots?
Because it wouldn't show the.
Nope.
What's the word I'm looking for? What? It wouldn't show the constant rate of change.
Yes, and for continuity's sake as well, because you could purchase, instead of just 2 gallons, you could purchase 2.134 gallons. Good, so that's the right graph. Show that to the rest of your class there. Joe, show us your graph here. This is what same graph. What looks like for the left-hand graph. So, thank you. That should look like for everyone. If you bought 0 gallons of gas, you would have paid $0. If you bought 5 gallons of gas, how much would you have spent at $2 a gallon? $10. So this is $10. And there's a constant rate of change. Where do you see that constant rate of change? That what was the young lady right here that just said in the dark blue? Next, Emily. What's your name?
Bree.
Bree. You said something about constant rate of change. I agree. How do you see that? Let's see. It's like from algebra. Got that right? So what's that? That's like 2 to 1. Y'all familiar with this? Is algebra with you, right? We're not doing it excited. Yeah. What about this graph? Anybody get a graph here? I saw a couple graphs in this class that I didn't think were quite right. How can we zoom back out? I mean, Marie and Emily, it's wonderful seeing you and meeting you and all, but can you zoom back out now? Okay.
You lied to us, Miss Klinger.
It didn't say.
Is it gone? Is it done?
Yeah.
So the right half of your class, anybody have a graph that you want to show us? Everyone speak up. No, those all look down, so maybe you can call me because I'm looking down. About in the back row, center with the square. What was your name? What's my role?
Rizzo.
Rizzo. Rizzo. Put it in, Rizzo. Let's see what you got.
Is my button even pressed?
Yeah.
Did you press
I
it?
can't see it.
It's very fine. I mean, I did it with a pencil, but
Oh, can you?
But I think because it was $2 a gallon, the amount of money per gallon was still $2, so I just fixed it at 2. I don't know.
That's exactly right. Well done. So, this is $2 a gallon, and we're always paying $2 a gallon, and your graph should be like that.
I win. Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
That's a constant rate of change as well. What's the constant rate of change?
Nothing. I don't know.
So what's the constant rate of change of that? Someone else? Constant rate of change on that.
Change.
Anybody want to vote on 17? Maybe 3.1. Someone give me a constant rate of change in that graph. Wait a minute. Does it have a constant rate of change?
That's what I said. You can't hear you, Ray.
You need to speak up.
Sorry,
Be more
yeah,
confident in yourself.
Should I yell? Don't yell.
What is the constant? Okay, how do you know it has a constant rate of change?
There's no change, so there's no constant rate of it, right? It's still just 2.
It's a line. Any line has a constant rate of change. That's from algebra. What's the constant rate of change in this one?
0. 0?
Oh, yes. 0 rate of change. That's correct. Good. Because if you try to draw a triangle here, what do you see? Well, there's no vertical change when you try to draw your triangle. So, yeah, there's 0. That's right. Okay, now we're going on to calculus. We just did algebra there. And so, the right half people, now that you've seen the correct graph, got a hard job now. What's the area you see there?
That's 10. Oh, 2 times 5 is 10.
Times 5 is 10, and that's 5 gallons times $2 per gallon, so that's actually $10 of area. Do you see this? 5 gallons times, can y'all read that in green? That doesn't show up. We'll get red one.
I can see it.
Yeah. So, $2 per gallon times 5 gallons equals 10. Y'all done dimensional analysis, right? Know what that terminology is? Okay. There you go. So you see a 10 here. There's a 10. You see a 10 there. You now know all about calculus. So we're done for the semester. Y'all have a good break. We'll see you around next semester. This calculus is area and rate of change are related. I will get more detail on that in the future. Oh,
It goes to 9:15.
that's 9:05.
Oh, well, then you have 9 minutes.
I have 9 minutes. That's another question on everyone. So what's our schedules like here? Okay, class officially ends at 9:05 because that's how many minutes we're allowed. But most of our classes end at 9:15, and the next one doesn't start at 9:30. So sometimes I might be right in the middle of something. I hate to stop right in the middle of something. So I might go a couple minutes over. I hope that's going to not take anybody 2 minutes. Meaning you get more than you paid for it back then. I'll try not to do it too often. just in case. Okay, so that's that was a quick introduction to calculus. Back on the book real quickly. The first chapter is on pre-calculus, so it's algebra and trigonometry. They study pre-calculus, algebra, and pre-calculus trigonometry. That's fantastic. But I wanted you to go through it in this book primarily because I want you to get used to how the book is written. You know, study on something you already know about, and get used to the way it's written and how it's structured, and then that will make it easier when we get to the calculus. Okay. So in this first section, yes, ma'am. Question. Hey, Emily, I'm sorry.
He's gonna know your name.
I know. Do you suggest we take notes of what we read in the book or just notes from class?
I suggest both.
Okay.
I think notes from the book, as you read like a definition, if you write that definition, I think you will learn it better. Meaning, this muscle memory here lasts longer than just I skimmed over one time and I'm done. So yes, taking notes from the book is an excellent suggestion. I'm not going to require it. I have in the past at times required people to have a notebook, turn that kind of stuff in. But this time I'm not going to require it. I'm going to leave it with you. If you want to do it, and I encourage you, that's great. Okay. Other question. That's a good question. How to study? Read, take notes, practice. You have some practice exercises listed in Moodle, so take a look at that. And we'll see how you're doing on that tomorrow before we leave, though, and what people think. Also, be prepared when you come in tomorrow. Problem number 1 in the homework. So if you turn in your book real quick to problem number 1. I'm on page 14 now. Page 14 at the bottom, problem number 1. You'll observe that problem number 1 is a true-false problem. I love the problems. Every chapter, every section has a problem 1, just like this. Because what we'll do in class is we will take turns reading that like A through H parts. So each person gets a part, an A or B or C, and you have to read the problem and then tell me true or false, but then explain. So you can't say, well, true, because the answer in the back says true. You got to tell me why it's true. You got to state the definition or the theorem that supports your true answer. Or if it's false, you have to give me rationale, like a counterexample. Why can't this be true? Because of this example here. So that's the kind of thing you'll have to be prepared to do tomorrow. Is number 1. Now the rest of it, go ahead and get going on the rest of the homework that's listed on Moodle. But like I said, we'll have some leeway since today we didn't have any time to really cover it. It is pre-calculus. It's all easy. So you start reading this book. This is pre-calculus. Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to do a saving chart so I can do that as well.
Oh.
So we.
That's an excellent idea. So our IT person wants to get a seating chart, so we know kind of like keep up with names, I guess, easier stuff.
So I know Emily. Bree. Is it Mason?
Is Mason there? And then Dylan.
No, Carson.
Oh wait.
Mason, Carson, then Sammy.
Sammy. Okay, the second
That's the
row.
Okay, the second row is Kyle.
Wait, is Kyle next to the wall?
Yeah.
Yes. Kyle, Dylan, Josh.
Yes. Jacob's got them. Kyle, Dylan, and Josh.
Okay, and then the back row, I've got Reza.
Back row, starting at the wall, is Sydney, Reza, Brittany, and Elise. And then hopefully Chloe will be here tomorrow.
Thank you.
So, just real quick on one last thing. This is in honor of the clips. I just put together a real quick PowerPoint for you. Just and I'll put it on Moodle too. So going back to 230 BCE, before the Common Era, an Egyptian named Eratosthenes actually calculated the circumference of the Earth and the radius of the Earth. So that meant he knew the Earth was round as far back as 230 BC. Amazing feat. He used trigonometry. You've heard of that, right? Angles. And he had the sun shining down on a tower, and he could see how far the shadow was. And then he timed it so that the shadow was straight down a well. So he knew exactly when the sun was at a certain angle, and then he could calculate on that. Pretty cool. On Ptolemy, this is the first posited a geocentric solar system way back in 140 Common Era. And where the geocentric, meaning the Earth's the center of the known world, and everything revolves around it. During the next 1,500 years, the geocentric system, as well as the flat Earth, are adopted as and accepted as fact. Based on these assumptions and observed motion, mathematicians developed ever more complicated equations, and this is just some random Google picture I pulled off, but the equations, I can simply imagine how complicated equations have to be to try to predict planetary motion based on a faulty assumption. And it's not even perfect today, but it's almost perfect. But so as time progressed, they were trying to predict planetary motion, trying to predict eclipses. Things would get off kilter, and they'd have to adjust their equations. They spent a lot of time building ever more elaborate equations with more variables to try to counteract the inaccuracies they had. So, if they had had a computer at the time, think about that. Computer technology is wonderful. You can take out your calculator and type in, and you can get 14 decimal places of accuracy. Does that mean it's good? Maybe. It just means it's hyper accurate, but doesn't necessarily mean it's worth anything. Well, if they had a computer back then with those faulty equations, they could have really crunched out and added thousands of variables, and the computer could handle all those calculations quickly. But is it accurate, really? Maybe not. Anyway, so then along came a better named William of Ockham, an English dude, philosopher and fire. He posited that if you're deciding between two explanations of some event, the simpler explanation is usually correct. Instead of taking the more complicated, let's go with the simple. Okay, that comes known as Occam's razor. So then, in the 15th century, some intrepid explorers began to renew human knowledge that the Earth was round and not flat, and beginning to take the idea that this simpler explanations was better than more complicated. And then in 1543, here comes the real big change. Copernicus, much to the chagrin of the church, posited that the Earth was not the center, but the sun was the center of the solar system. And this put everything into motion. He posited, though, still going back to the ancient Greeks, perfect platonic circle of orbits, which is actually not correct, but it was still vastly simpler than it had been. Kepler, a German, in 1609, he refined that to be elliptical orbits, and that really brought it together for us to help generate understanding. Galileo essentially proved it through observation in 1610 with a standard telescope he was using, seeing actually a eclipse of the moon, what he was looking at. And in 1668, Newton, English, he built a more powerful type of telescope called a reflecting telescope instead of refracting. And he was able to study the planets and stars better. And he also developed calculus in order to make the calculations necessary to understand area that we just talked about a moment ago, because the posit was that area of speed of the planet isn't constant, but the rate of growth of area. That's an unusual concept. So as the planet orbits around the sun, this amount of area grows at a constant rate. So that sector, the speed has to be faster to gain more area than it would be if you had a longer radius like that. So now your planet's going to slow down here. So, and then we didn't publish because he was afraid. Then German guy named Leibniz comes along and he develops calculus separately from Newton a few years later. And when he publishes, Newton publishes, and then it became a great controversy. And the great English society, scientific society, they came and convened to decide who was the actual first one, being English and Newton. That's the dated information way back before the and now we can hyper-accurate predict eclipses, and this is a pretty cool map of places. Have you all seen this one where you can point into a place and see? So we're right in here's School City. So it tells me that we're at 99.2% obscured. It tells me exact time and all kind of great information. Oh, we're overlooked in David Swerio. So right there. I'm going to have 95.5% of obscuration by the eclipse today in your location. Pretty cool. Okay, I think that's it. Any last questions? Good enough work. Well, welcome to Calculus, welcome to ICC, welcome to a new experiment for us in two-way video conferencing. We'll get all the bugs worked out here over time, hopefully. And see you all tomorrow. Enjoy the eclipse. Don't look at it without glasses, though. Special glasses.
Pick up all of your mess up here.
Yeah, for real.
So what do we do if we don't have the book right now?
Follow me to my office, and I'll get you a copy of the first section. I was hoping that you have it by now, but.
Well,
Just
in
follow
the
it.
bookstore windows. And then they didn't even give me like, one of my counter. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have believed that the bookstore people know what they were doing.
Thanks, Dale.
Tomorrow.
So technically,
Can you
he's
hear us
our
anymore?
calculus teacher.
Can you hear us? Mason, do you have my keys?
I'm just gonna look at it from inside my house.
So those of you who still need a book, just follow me to my office and I've got the first section already copied and I'll just print it off for you.
I'm losing my mind. I did not touch my.
Oh my God.
I was doing